introducing my very, very late 4.0 post-release video. And I wanted to get this out immediately. However, I was away for 3 days. And then when I did get back on my normal recording schedule, I would have recorded that night. But we played tournaments and then I was exhausted, so I did not feel up to recording. So yeah, what is this? That's new, and I don't like it. I wonder if it can be seen. Anyways, 4.0 introduces several things. For example, the French tank destroyer line, which starts at the FTAC, and then it moves on to the smallest and lightest tank in the game, the UE-57. So much fun to derp around with this thing. And then it leads to this utter trash heap of a tank, the SAU-40. What is that? The SAMU SAU. I'm not going to pronounce that, okay. And then it goes to an S-35CA, which is basically a Panzer S-35 with a massive box bathtub on top. Yeah. Which is a very good tank. I love this tank. And that's how far I've gotten in this line so far. I am going down this line, of course, because it is a line from brand new, and I need to research it anyways, so yeah. Anyways, how many times have I said anyways? What else does 4.0 introduce? 4.0 introduces this handy little thing called rating battles here, which I have played one battle, and it's been out for 5 days by the time you're watching this. Yeah. Um, so yeah, those are for tier 9 and 10 vehicles only, and they're your rating. I think there's some reward coming at the end of the season, which is September 16th. So yeah. Other things would be these bonus containers, which are very nice. I mean, you can win tier 8 premiums with this one, except for I have all 3 tier 8 premiums available. And yeah. And with this one, you can win tier 4 and 3s, which, oh, and a tier 5 or 2. I've only owned one of those, so there's 3 different containers. Fortress Spare got a rework, which was a long time coming and overdue, in my opinion. And what else? Spare parts are now easier to earn, supposedly. And we have a ×3 weekend this week, along with discounts and consumables and provisions. And what else? Your record page now displays your rating. It's entirely changed, which I don't know if I like that much, but yeah. And your boosters have changed very much. And submissions, you've got tasks, small little UI changes like that. And what else? Has anything else changed? There were, of course, minor buffs and nerfs to certain vehicles. And yeah, this line leads to the Foch 155, which, oh, by the way, I have researched the 50B for the last like 3 months, and I have not bought it yet, and I need to because that series is unfinished. The Foch 155, which is a 155mm armed tank destroyer at tier 10, which would make the third of its kind, and it's, from what I've heard, its gun is rather lacking in DPM. The thing that made the Foch 155 unique on PC is the fact that it did, in fact, have an auto-loading 155. Unfortunately, we don't have that luxury here. Now, doesn't that look pretty? I want these tanks, but I also don't want these tanks. So that kind of sucks, but I understand why they did it. They didn't want a 3-shot autoloader in Blitz, but still, I would love to have them with autoloaders. And yeah, let's play with the first 3 tanks in this line. And they're all maxed because I played them. And this is the FTAC, the tier 2. It's basically an FT with a box mounted on top of it and a very, very good gun. What are the stats on this gun? Let's pull up Tank Compare, something you guys have never seen me use before because I'm being sarcastic. So sarcastic. Let's pull up the stats, and I know I'm in battle, yes. Also, the FCM 36 Pack 40 has been added to Tank Compare For those of you who want to see its stats, I don't know what to think of it. So this thing has 1,060 damage per minute with a penetration of 66 millimeters, which means you do not have to worry about penning anything at this tier. I mean, 66 millimeters is good for tier 3 even. And it has 60 damage on average, which it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty good. It has it's a 47 millimeter, 3.4 second reload, and it is not great accuracy, 0.36, but in tier 2 games you don't worry about accuracy that much. It has a less than 2 second aim time, which is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Wow. That sounded so weird. It has a very limited depression angle and gun arc. It really does not fire on the move very well. It's slow, 25 kilometers an hour forwards because it is just an FT. A Renault FT? Renault. Is it Renault or Renault? It's Renault, I'm pretty sure. Who knows? And yeah, this T2 light over here is being annoying. A pesky little bugger. It does have good armor, or decent armor on the hull of this thing, but why shoot at the hull if you can shoot at that massive box on top? Or gun shield, as is actually what it is, but I'm going to call it a box. So yeah. I missed 2 videos this week, which is unfortunate. We have hit 62 subscribers, which is amazing because we are growing so fast. Yeah, 12 in like a week. Yep, not bad, not bad. Maybe we'll hit 100 by October. Maybe. Maybe not. Anyways, I do plan on live streaming sometime this week, maybe. If any of you would care to see me do that. And of course, since this goes out on Sunday, I'm talking about the next week. What? I don't know. I don't know. And you can see its horrible accuracy and its very bad gun arc is not lending itself to help this vehicle. And there's its gun depression on display. Looks like that one went right through. I don't particularly enjoy playing this tank, but I had to play it because I did not have very much free XP to skip through it. And so this is actually only my third battle in it. I did get it maxed with free XP, and yeah. And boom. And one more. I have not aced this tank yet. In fact, I missed the part of the day or so when these tanks were very easy days. But there's our third kill in a tier 2. I'm so proud of myself. But yeah, that's that. I'm going to now cut the video here, make sure it saves because I've been having problems with that a little bit tonight. So yeah, really not a great game, not a great tank. And now I can sell it. And next we move on to a tank that I rather enjoyed playing, and I think I'm going to keep in my garage just for the troll factor. This is the smallest and lightest vehicle in Blitz. It weighs 2.3 tons. It is incredibly tiny. It has 9 millimeters full armor, and it has an epic 57 millimeter gun, which is where it gets the name UE-57. It has 105 millimeters of pen with armor piercing, which is more than you can get on some tier 5s. It's 170 millimeters of APCR pen, which is more than you get on tier 5s, some of them. It has 3.5 dispersion, or 0.35, not 3.5. It has a 1.89 second aim time. It has 1,044 DPM. It actually is less DPM than the FTAC if you're using the upgraded gun, but I mean, you gain pen and all that. It also has better shell velocity. On movement and rotation, it's the same. It does not have good gun depression, not at all, 2 degrees. I mean, compare that to the 6 on the previous tank. 6. And that didn't feel very well. That didn't feel very nice either, so. Then, what else? fantastic. 75 alpha, not great. It is fairly fast, 36, and 12 inverse, except for it is so tiny that every single little thing will stop you in your tracks. So you have to go around things if you want to maintain speed, and turning does not maintain speed, so in fact there's no way to maintain speed. However, it has a 20 horsepower per ton ratio with an effective of 17.1, so it's not bad. View range is 243, which is also not bad. It has 300 health, so it can get one-shotted by certain tanks of this tier. It weighs, well, 2.4 tons. It is absolutely insane. I do enjoy this tank, and look at this, bottom tier, that's a Hetzer. This thing is as tall as a Hetzer, but look how slim and short it is. And yeah, it's crazy. Traverse rates could be better on it, I believe, but I mean, this is such a tiny little fun troll tank. Pretty much the only reason I would keep it in my garage is to play around with it in training rooms, which is a lot of fun. I've been glitched into several buildings using this thing, which, I mean, it is the smallest vehicle in Blitz, so it is what it is. Doesn't it let us look interesting? The downside, however, being small is, well, you get stopped by every little obstacle, and there's no way if you get rammed, you get hurt a tiny little bit. And if try to push something, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, if you get stuck, you get stuck unless you have a benevolent teammate, and this is World of Tanks. What there is no such thing as a benevolent teammate. Okay, so we're gonna turn, and are we going to put a shot in? Nope, shot went low. I can't see him, but what is that? However, we are down by 2 tanks, which is not good. And I'm bottom tier, which is also not good. But we've only lost tier 3s. So, I mean, that's not bad. And then we have the ugly, very ugly tank of the line. In fact, it's probably the ugliest of the line. I mean, if it did not have a massive tumor that was as tall as the rest of the tank is, it may look actually pretty good. It would look like a Hetzer. But it has a massive tumor on top. And it's not a cupola. It's a machine gun tower for anti-aircraft, most likely, is what I think of. So look at this. This is a Panzer B2. And this is a very not unfriendly T-46. Kill BT-7 nub, ha. We are now ahead, but I have done 0 damage. Isn't that typical? And look at that. Lost half my health with 1 shot, and we're going to get 1 shot away. That Hetzer, no, the ugly tank on the enemy team killed me with that shot that did 180 damage. That's the problem with this tank. You can't bounce. Well, you can bounce. With 9 millimeters of armor, you can bounce 1 tank in the game if you're angling properly. And that tank would be the T7 combat car with 27 millimeters of penetration and a 50 caliber machine gun. It cannot overmatch this thing's armor. And that was a fairly bad game. Let's go again. Another thing they've changed is the queue screen is updated. The battle screen now shows your name on the results in the upper left corner. It also shows what does this? It shows it has the ribbon on top that is tanks, and they got updated, I believe. And we are bottom tier once again. What is it with this? Yeah, I don't know. Also, let me know if you want to see more World of Warship splits, because I I don't play that game that much because I mean I've been busy. And when I'm not busy, I've been playing this game. But if you want to see that, I'm willing to play it. I'm willing to play it for y'all. I have 2 tier 4s on that game. And I mean, that may not sound impressive, but if you played that game, you know that the economy is very broken. And getting 2 tier 4s is rather a decent accomplishment, especially since I haven't played it in the last 4 days. Because you get around 100 XP a battle, even if you win, and much less if you don't. This is a Matilda using the 3-inch howitzer. So let's just eat him. This thing can output a very nice amount of damage, and it doesn't struggle to pen like a lot of the tanks at this tier do. What? I just got a notification. Which is very, very, very nice, I gotta say. It's always nice when you don't have to worry about penning things. Right over his head. Oh, and he backed up just as I relocated to get a better shot on him. This is a captured French tank right here. It's basically a D2. As you can see, this thing does not hit while moving. And yeah, aiming with this thing really is important because otherwise you just miss all your shots. Anyways, this is the tier 4 of this line pushing on me right now. Good, 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 good. If somebody else could put one more shot into him before he kills me, that'd be nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now this guy is a 50-50 as to whether I kill him. Okay, I killed him. We're sitting on 3 kills, and that guy died. So nobody is aiming at me now, and we could try for a top gun. This is a very, very much better battle than last game. I mean, I haven't done an amazing amount of damage yet. And that is why you aim your shots. I just got a top gun with us stealing a 1 health kill. I am pro. Very, very pro. Okay, so we got 4 kills that battle. We didn't earn 4 kills. We just got 4 kills. And we got a first class, a top gun, and this medal, this Halonins. Halonins? Halonins. You know, I've butchered this like 3 times already this video, so you know, let's just stop that. 3 enemy vehicles with tank destroyer in 1 battle. They have to be at least 1 tier higher. I killed the Matilda, the 38 NA, and the M5 Stewart. Total pro. One health. Oh wow. I did get a fairly okay amount of spotting damage for being in a tank destroyer and bottom tier. I was a bit reckless, but yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the tier 4. And now we move on to the turret on tracks. I mean, look how big that machine gun emplacement on top is. Um, it's designed to cover the rear of this tank from any infantry sneaking up or lightly armored targets because this thing is fairly big compared to, well, especially compared to this. But it's fairly big and it doesn't turn that well. Anyways, let's jump into battle and jump into the stats. This thing using the 75mm because that's the gun I'm using on this because using the 105mm howitzer, which is an option, is stupid because unlike the Hetzer, that particular 105 howitzer really does suck. And now we have 1,173 damage per minute on this thing with the 75mm, which is not very good. I mean, it's still better than tier 3, but tier 3 is worse than the tier 2, and yada yada yada. It's 100mm of penetration, so you actually lose penetration jumping up a tier, which is crazy. 160 alpha. Quit rushing my words, will I? Will I? I'm talking to myself now. Ooh, I'm going crazy. Actually, I'm already crazy. Yeah. Um, that was very weird conversation or train of thought. Anyways, 7.33 second, no, 7.33 rounds per minute, which isn't very good, but it is a tier 4. 8.18 second reload, which is very, very not good. And that shot was nice. I'm not going to burn him to death because he was on too much health. And unfortunately, we did not hit the cupola. We hit the top of his turret, so we did not pen. Anyways, we are going to shoot this D2, and we low rolled. Now we're going to move because we're getting shot at. Anyways, this thing is a 75mm. It has very poor shell velocity compared to the previous tanks at 735 meters per second. It has a 1.61 second aim time, which is phenomenal. It has the same accuracy of the previous tank, 0.35, but its distortion on movement and turning is better by 0.04, so it's 0.2. And that guy died before I could get there. Gun depression on this thing is 10 degrees, which is just phenomenal. Once again, phenomenal. And 30 degrees of elevation, which means that this thing has a really good gun arc, except for the fact that it can only go 7 degrees to the left with its gun and 8 degrees to the right, because it has the gun mounted on the right of the tank, as opposed to the center. And our first shot did low roll. So we're going to switch to high explosive, and we're going to see what we can do. 180, that's a low roll, of course. Speed, this thing goes 37 kilometers an hour forward and 12 in reverse. It's not that bad. One thing I did forget to mention is that the previous 2 tanks in this line have 49 horsepower engines. 49. This thing, however, has 268 horsepower engine, and it has an 11 horsepower per ton ratio. And let's scroll down. Let's turn our tank, please. And we snap the shot into his lower plate. This thing has a 233 meter V range. Effective horsepower per ton is 8.5 because the ground resistances are 1.3 on hard, 1.5 on medium, and 1.6 on soft. So bad ground resistances. Traverse rate, it's not great on this thing. Health points, it's got the same as a Hetzer, 440, and it weighs 24 tons. This is not a light vehicle, and we got the high caliber in second class with 1300 damage. 1313, my favorite number. Well, actually, my favorite number is 13, but that's 1313, so it obviously is better. And let's play it again. Okay. This thing, unlike the previous 2 tanks, has a tiny little bit of armor. As you can see, as you saw in the previous battle, because we did bounce something, or something bounced off us, it has 36 millimeters of frontal armor, 35 on the side and rear. However, that's at the thickest, and the cupola, I can assure you, is less than 20 millimeters thick. And it is flat, not rounded, and it is massive, and it sticks up over the top of this tank. If this tank did not have that cupola, I would probably enjoy playing it more. I mean, even though I've got like a 70% win rate in mine, because that's what happens. I don't like a tank, and so I get good stats in it. But once again, this is tier 4, so I'm not going to be bragging about that. And finally, what do we have? What are we missing? Nothing. That's all the stats. The side armor on this tank is not great, so it will get HE'd in the side, especially, and it will get in the rear. And if you're aiming down on the top, it has no armor whatsoever. And it's fairly big. Have I mentioned that? And it's not as fast as a Hetzer. Have I mentioned that? And its ground distances suck, so traverse rates are horrible. I think that's about it. Anyways, we are top tier on Port Bay. I think it's about time we bring into the actual game. And yes, I can finally sell this tank. I've been holding on to it for 2 days because I've been meaning to make this video. And yeah. Anyways, we did do a tourney earlier tonight, so that's I'm recording this a bit late, unfortunately. But we did win. It was our clan's first First time coming first place in silver, and it was a clean sweep. So what can I say? We don't play silver tournaments that often, but yeah, because there haven't been that many of them. But the previous two that we've got played, we got matched up against like Pramo and Purple, and our clan is not great enough to good enough, not great enough to deal with those clans. Anyways, this is the guy with the worst pen gun on a light tank at tier 4, an M5 Stuart. For those who don't know, it has the best DPM but the worst pen. And this is a Panzer B2 that I am unfortunately happening to bounce the side off. Unfortunately, I believe. Oh, thank you. That was close. I was about to die. However, I am fortunate this Panzer B2 is a rather new player, I would say, and didn't shoot at me. And now he's going to shoot at me, and maybe he is, maybe he's not. He is. Oh, great. I'm dead. However, there is a chance that you'll bounce, or I'll just kill him. So yeah, 1 kill so far. We're on 7 health. If our Panzer III gets a kill? Nope. If our Panzer III had got the kill, every single person on our team would have got a kill. But, I mean, this is the 6th battle of this video, so I believe that we're about to ready to wrap it up after seeing the battle results. I do happen to have a laptop now and an iPod. However, neither of them are set up, so I can't start recording on them. Also, I would need to get a mouse for my laptop. This is out of the blue. I know it's like a complete random thing. It just popped in my head to say. And I need to relax and let my talking be at a more normal rate, okay? And I will try to start recording on them and once I figure it out. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll suck. Who knows? Maybe I'll record something different. I don't know. But anyways, I have successfully recorded a video on these tanks. So you know what? I don't like that tank. I don't like this tank. Oh, you saw my stock M46 pattern right there. And I'm going to grind this tank. I meant to have ground out the RLV-39 already today, but this afternoon I kind of fell asleep and lost all that time to record. That was another random thing to say. Aren't I random today? Anyways, well, if you enjoy what I do and want to show that and show your support, please don't forget to hit the like button down below. Comment comment about something I said in this. I'm sure I asked you questions in this video. Can't even remember. My brain's befuddled. It's all confuzzlement. And subscribe if you're new. Let's get back to the outro, please. And with all that being said and done, and probably resaid and redone, I'll have to say see y'all. Have fun, stay safe, and bye. And I almost forgot the words of my outro again.